I did play the recorder, though. Can any fighter beat someone 2 to 3 weight classes up? No. No, I don't think so. Well, some middleweights could beat some unranked heavyweights. I'll give you that. Thank you for the membership, Jum Prangle. I appreciate that, man. And obviously, if you find the worst possible guy in each of the divisions. Like, I think, for example, Figueiredo would beat Ricky Glenn in a fight, you know? Just depends on the matchups. Like, Figueiredo, yes or no, chat, guillotines Clay Guida out cold. Call it what it is. He does, doesn't he? He batters him on the feet for a bit. Guida shoots a shit takedown with his head on the outside, and Figueiredo guillotines him out. And that's lightweight versus bantamweight. Like, there's just certain matchups where you can definitely see it, but, you know. Interview, an impression of him. What do you think of the tariffs, controlled opposition? I think if the tariffs, it might be a very privileged take. It is. I don't know if it's a good enough take. Let me just say this. I'm not going to give a broad stroke opinion. I don't care about what tariffs get put on what country. So I'm not going to say how anyone should feel. I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't give a shit. I do not. It will not change my life. If the tariff goes up and, oh no, a chicken extra 50p? What? Then I just won't care. Like, at the end, I just do not care about the tariffs. Like, these socks used to be £1 less. I know that is a thing that affects, overall, it will affect an economy. But I'm very resourceful with it. I bought everything I need in my life years ago. You know? So, other than food and drink, like, I don't buy anything in as a continuous flow. Toothpaste and, like, deodorant, maybe, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm set mentality. Yeah, true. There you go. Maybe that's what it is. If anything, it will bring industry back to America. I don't think every country should rely on importing things from other countries, to be honest with you. If you need a little bit of struggle to make sure that over time your country produces things that it uses most, then I think that's quite good. So that's what I would say. Why do you buy everything that's, like, important to you from China and India and all these other places? Why not build them within your own country and have very, very high levels of employment? National sovereignty, indeed. Why not be self-sustaining as a nation? If you're going to import everyone into that country from the rest of the world, why are you buying things from the rest of the world if everyone from the rest of the world is going to your country anyway? They're going to need jobs. You're going to need to supply them. I don't know anything about tariffs. I don't know anything. I don't understand at all. No Americans are going to do these shit jobs. Well, children should, I believe. I actually do agree with that as well. If I was in charge of a country, male students, they would do a day of labor. It'd be called Labor Day. This new thing I've invented. And they would do simple jobs, you know? And they'd earn a bit of money for it. And then that's how you would keep the economy going. So every year, a different class would be on a different duty per month. You know, so they'd learn a bunch of ways of how things are made and understand the idea of money while at school rather than sitting in a classroom all day long. So I would actually have kids working. They yearn for the fields. They do. I actually, not free labor, but just like very reduced pay. So they'd be paid like what we pay other countries that they pay their people. But while they're at school, it'd just be, all right, at this hour, we've got every school would have a industry room. And they'd make like toothpaste lids. Yeah, so it'd be called Child Labor Day is what it would be called, I reckon. Just very reduced pay. Exactly, though, but I think that's how it would go. Because in that way, when they get out of school, it'd be like every kid would have done some work and earned some money. And at the end of their school year, we would take the money. They don't get paid the money straight away. But at the end of the school year, the money would go to paying off the school. And then we'd lower taxes for public schools. And then they could pay for like tutoring and stuff. But if their grades aren't good, they don't get to earn money in the industry room. But every school would have an industry room. And like every now and again, just for an hour a day or some shit like that. Or half an hour a day. Then they would all go and do a little bit of work in there. I want my children of my nation to know how to make a plug. I want my children of my nation to know how to make a toothbrush. I don't want my entire nation to fall apart at the seams and don't know how to make anything that they have. Ever. You know? Not a butt plug, no. Obviously not, you fucking weirdo. I don't know what they would do. I don't know. I'm just having some crazy takes, but, you know. It is what it is. I don't care about the tariffs, though. That's where we started, right? I really don't care about the tariffs, but it is what it is. In fact, I hope the economy of the country crashes because I will rise from the ashes even higher. What are we waiting until October for, man? You just won by first round submission with no damage taken. Are kids in China that have Labor Day every day? Okay. Thank you for the $2 Hey, and look, China's up right now, dude. Hey, if China wasn't up right now, then Trump's tariffs wouldn't have destroyed America. How about that? Who's really winning? No, I don't think there should be like labor camps. I just mean like for an hour a day, get out of the classroom and learn how to make something that's useful for society. And get the whole class doing it. And then let them pocket some money for it so they understand the economy. I really think that, man. Hour a day, get out of the classroom, learn how to make something that's useful for society. None of you guys know shit. But other than like random degrees, random mathematic equations, algebra, fucking English language, or breaking down this poem and what it means when he said this one line. Now, he said, by any other words, now we're going to stop there and break this down, class. That doesn't help a class learn how to make some shit that is beneficial to society, dude. Stop relying on fucking everyone else to make your shit, man. Don't have them make MMA YouTube videos, no. Just an hour a day. Especially for the young boys. Get them out in the fucking in the fucking industries. You know what I mean? Learning safety in an industry place, in a warehouse. It's not child labor, dude. It's teaching them the world of work. You did work experience, did you not? Well, we're going to start it a bit sooner and do more of it. Too many people with fake jobs these days that don't benefit society at all. Oh, I'm actually the assistant so-and-so to so-and-so advisor. You're not needed in the world. Why are you getting paid $40K a year? You're not needed. We pushed all of these... I don't want to say who we pushed into the workforce, but in order to accommodate them, we made up jobs that don't benefit society at all. And the only way they benefit society is to trick people into thinking that they need what this job provides. when they don't need that. Stick to things that are useful for society and get jobs out of that. Okay? I know I'm a fucking YouTuber, but this is still true. This is still true even if I am a fucking YouTuber. The amount of people's jobs I hear where I'm like, that isn't a thing. Why are you getting 30k a year? Why? This is not a thing. Oh, you work in HR? Get out! That's how I feel. That's how I feel about jobs these days, man, when I hear someone's work. Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, you're the so-and-so supervisor? Out! Get out and fucking make something for this fucking world, dude. Sitting there watching other people do work with your fucking clipboard. Get out! That's how I feel about it, man. Clicking a fucking pen at a desk all day, waiting for someone to complain about something. Get in the fucking fields and fucking pick strawberries. You know what I mean? Says you. I know. I'm very privileged to be saying this. I'm just trying to be funny as well. Thank you for the 10. Good luck with whatever you're doing, brother. Good luck with whatever you're doing for sure. Oh, you're a fashion consultant? Get out! Don't you agree with these takes, though? Oh, you're a beauty hygiene? I think, get out of this fucking country, dude. Or not country, but like, get out and do some fucking work that actually benefits society. They're making up a need to keep their job in existence. Interior designers. Get out! Put a sofa in my house and fuck off. You know what I mean? Interior designer. You're making up a need that isn't needed. Everyone can design their own house. How are you in existence? Get out of town. Yeah, I don't know why I said the country, but yeah. Realtors, they're needed. Ish. But if the houses were built good in the first place, everyone would be happy with them. So there'd be no realtor that needs to hide mold behind portraits on the wall. Okay? But I agree they're needed to show you around the house. Thank you for the 10, James Fowler. Best of luck with what... But that's just who I am, man. I'm going to talk shit about everyone. It would be funny if someone shits themselves during their fight. Someone like Walter Walker. No, it'd be funnier. Who would be the funniest to see shit their pants in the Octagon chat? Who do you think? Islam Makhachev? No. Bilal. Bilal. Shamil would be the funniest, yeah. Janshul Jabli, yep. No, don't want to list any other names. No one list any other names. It's Anshul Jabli, and you know it is. There's no... I'd immediately say, well. Imagine a giant shit slips out of his shorts and hits the canvas in the middle of the fight. Well, dude. Anshul Jabli is booing in the Octagon. No, it actually has to be Anshul Jabli. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Impression of Rogan commentating Pena versus Harrison, and all of a sudden Harrison takes her down and removes her pants while screaming, turn around. Grind him. Thank you, Hugo. What an English name right there. Thank you for the £5, brother. I appreciate that. Good to see an English name donating in pounds these days. Zach Williams, there you go. Which fighter, just to disprove my point, which fighter is most likely to attack you if they seen you, and which is most likely to protect you if they were there? Not John Jones. Ian fucking Gary. Ian Gary would absolutely attack me. No, come outside then. No, you need to stand up for what you've been saying to me. Voice cracking and everything. It would absolutely be Ian Gary, and you guys are wrong to say John Jones. John Jones would probably like try and make me flinch and then go and walk past me. But Ian Gary would absolutely try and make a statement out of me and fight me. 100% he would. I just sense it. And then, well, he wouldn't, but he would order me outside or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Who would be most likely to defend me? I don't think any of them. I don't think any of them at all. I think Drickus would distance from me if there was like me and a fighter getting into a beef. Who would actually try and... Aspinall wouldn't. Moicano wouldn't. Probably Bryce. It probably would be Bryce. DJ might step in with a hey, hey, hey and then get trampled, but I don't know. Not Till. No, chat, secretly they'd all want to see me get into a scrap to see if I could defend myself. You know? Why Hill? Why Hill's kind of cool with me. No, it wouldn't be Jamal Hill. I think none of them would defend me. Defending someone is like, it doesn't matter who I've collabed with. Defending someone in a fight is very up there. I think Bryce would. It depends on who would attack me. You know? If Natan Levy tried to jump me at a UFC event, Bryce would jump in regardless of it being me. You know? You know? Only Bryce may do anything, yeah, and start talking about Jesus and how everyone needs to calm down. Rampage would defend you? No, he wouldn't. Did DJ dirty? No, I didn't do him dirty. But you know what I mean. Not trampled. I didn't mean to say trampled, but you know what I mean. Not trampled, but like... anyone who tried to stand in between, they would just get like engulfed in like a... If there were multiple fighters trying to attack me, no one person... no one person is preventing that from happening unless it's Tom Aspinall. You know? I know why it's funny because it's DJ, but I meant that for anyone. Like, even if Bryce got in between, he'd get trampled by like, you know, Adesanya, John Jones, and Ian Gary. Come on. Paddy would? Paddy would not, I don't think. No, I think they'd all want to, like, see how I would defend myself. Defending someone in a fight and taking it upon yourself is different, man. There's a different level of, you know, defense. Why do nons think they can be... I don't know, man. It's weird, isn't it? Whoever donated that Guru's like George Carlin, I know, yeah, he's not based at all. George Carlin's not even funny at all either. Guru, I want to super chat for the sake of it. I've got nothing to say or add other than needing attention via a short-lived shout-out. Myself being spoken about. You know? Jolly good. Do you think John Bernthal watched the Bryce interview and or the Jones expose? No, he watched something ages ago. I remember he sent me a message once and then removed it. So, I don't know. But he sent me a message saying some shit like, hey, man, funny shit, man. Keep it up. Something like that. Something simple like that. Hey, man, just want to let you know, funny shit, man. Keep it up. And then that was it. That was ages ago, though. I don't know what video it was about or what around that was. I can't remember what video it was around. It might have been around the women's MMA video, to be honest with you, around that time. But I'm not sure. I don't want to act like he saw that and found it funny. But I don't know. But that was like 3.5, like probably about 4 years ago.